Hi everybody, Carolsiddall here with Journal Dreamworld. I'm just stopping by to do a flip through of my first Christmas journal for the season. Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! I know it's early, but I just feel like, making them. I love doing Christmas. I got tons of Christmas stuff. And I'm just ready to do it. And I got this one done. It's a pink journal. I really didn't give it a name yet because it's hopefully going to go to somebody. Somebody's going to want this. And it's basically pinks and golds and pinks and whites with a few traditional colors thrown in there. But basically that's what this one is. I love the pink journals. I think they really look so different. And you should see the one I'm starting on. It's really different. I'll show you some of the papers. It's called Fantasy Christmas Trees. So that's going to be fun. But this one, this is Amazon packaging. It's got the crinkly Amazon packaging in here, the bubble. And I had this pink, beautiful metallic paper. So I put that under this, and then I did a piece of gold glitter paper, and then I put her on the cover. She just looks like she's just having such a peaceful afternoon, decorating the tree with the decorations from that era. Felix the cat and the bear, and it's snowing outside, and I don't know, it just seems like she's just in her own little headspace there, enjoying what she's doing. So I'm going to get started on this. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough weekend for me, and we had to put our oldest dog down yesterday morning. And I live with my daughter. Everybody knows that. Well, not everybody. So if you're new to this, I do. And Beckett was her guardian dog. That was the dog that was with her when her husband was in the service in Afghanistan. And she's just been with the family forever and has been just a lover and caretaker of every person in the house. She's that kind of dog. It was never, ever about her. It was always about loving on her family. And she seemed fine one day, but then she stopped eating. And we've had a dog, an elderly dog that passed a few years ago, and that's how it happened with him. He stopped eating. And then she started hemorrhaging. So Saturday morning, what day is this? This is Friday. Yesterday morning, they took her to the vet, and there wasn't anything they could do. She was bleeding internally, and she knew it was her time. She knew it was her time. And so we let her stay home. This started happening on Wednesday evening. But we kept her home that night and let her spend her last night in her own home. I hate to start this out with a sad story. It's a Christmas journal. But I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I feel like there's things I can say to the people that follow me and the people that see me and people that know me and know my heart. It's sometimes it's easier to talk to y'all than it is. I don't mean this in a bad way, but people in the family, because I don't want to upset my daughter anymore by just talking about it. We will eventually, but right now she's really grieving. That dog was her baby. So anyhow, her name was Beckett. So rest in peace, Beckett. And we'll get started on this flip through. So if where I have to stop for a second, you'll understand why. But I really wanted to get this up and get it in there. I will note in my description, because I sell my journals on Facebook Marketplace or through YouTube. I'll y'all have a link to my YouTube, or you can, you know, comment me if you're interested in it. Or also, you can do a private message on Facebook, and I'll put my links. So let's get started. I did corners on the front and the back, the gold corners. So let's get going here. And I made these beautiful ribbons. They're ribbons, but they're more like, I call them plaited, as opposed to a ruffle. Pleated, I guess, pleated or plaited. A ruffle, you know, more ruffly. I don't know what to say. More ruffly. So added those. These were wired, but I always take the wires out because I can manipulate it better if I do that. And it's real easy to take the wires out. So if you see wired ribbon that you really like and go, oh, well, I don't know how I'll use that, just clip it on the end and pull that little wire out. Those little suckers come out real easy. And I've left a place here on the inside. This is material, some gingham material. And then this is just a pink page of cardstock that I had. I thought was so pretty, went with it. This is kind of, it's from a set that I had. Excuse me, I'm just like getting up here because I know I've got the cover somewhere here. I got this last year, and I just had lots of paper left. It's this Sugar and Sparkle from Craftsmart, and I believe I got this at Hobby Lobby. So that's the paper pad a lot of this came from. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So we've got in here a little angel, little tag with a little something something in it. Got a tag here. These were on, I think these were freebies on, oh my gosh, Artie Mae's, maybe, Christmas. And I just printed them on coffee dye paper. So I like to do that sometimes to things. It gives them a more vintage look. So, and then I've got a lot of stuff here. Austin Arnold, who used to be Crafty Boobro. I don't know what his new name is. He's got a new name on YouTube, and I always have to look it up, but I'll note that too, because a lot of the deers and the little pink gingerbread houses and stuff like that you see in here is going to be from a DigiKit that he had. I bought a journal from him, and he sent me all the leftovers, which was more than I needed for that journal. And this was a few years ago. So this is just on here, and it's got a little pull out here. It's just a little piece of paper. You can write things. You can make this would be great for making a Christmas list on, actually. And you can add numbers to this and make it a December daily if you want. Just, you know, use it to whatever it is you need to use it for you. So, stamp there. This is what I'm talking about that he had. So, I thought they would look cute in here. Candy Christmas. And this was like a little, you know, where he folded it over, had a little booklet. So, I just put it in here. Left it open for a little card in there. And I hope I've got everything. Let me pull this down a little bit, because this is actually my second recording of this, this book. The first time I did it, I don't know what I did, but I got the camera lens too close. And I thought, oh, I'm just going to move it up. But when I went and looked at the video, it was like, you can only see from about here down. I was real close, people. I was real close. You didn't need glasses to see what was going on. You just wouldn't be able to see the top half. So I'm having to redo it. But that's okay. I get to look at it again. We have this. I'm just going to kind of do a little. Isn't that the best Santa? I just love that. His little smirk and his the little wink. I think that's so cute. And that, like I said, a lot of this, and I just added a lot of I've got a lot of Christmas stuff, people. Here's a little booklet. So it's kind of a mishmash of mishmash of items. There we go. Little deer there. This opens up. Good way to use a brad. And you've got lots of writing space in there. And you can just tuck that back in there. And those are great. Those are great to have. And then you can use it to, if you want to slide a picture in. This was a stamp. This is a stamp set that I have. I did a lot of fussy cutting, and I just loved this pink card. God, I have so many different things in here. I can't remember who they all came from, and I'm sorry. I do apologize. If you do have a question about a particular one, other than the main ones I'm going to list, but like, oh, where'd you get those fussy cuts? Because these might have come from Tsunami Rose. She's done a lot of Christmas fussy cuts, so that could be hers. But if you know where want to know, just put it in the comments and I'll look it up and make a note of that for you. This is clipped in here, and look at these clips. It's little gingerbread people. I got these, I think I got them on Amazon. There's gingerbread man. There's, looks like little letters. Let's see if I can get in any closer without making it too big. Yeah, I think that'll work. This was just a little card that I made. And it's on that Santa paper. So, a little card in here. All is calm, all is bright. This is something that Austin sent me with the papers. And I just put her on there. I thought it looked really pretty. And Mr. Santa, Merry Christmas. On the bottle brush paper. And there's that pretty little girl with a postcard, faux postcard, so lots of writing room. And this was just a piece of scrap I had. So we've got the postcard. This has a little card in here where you can put notes on it. Like I said, this would make a great, get the numbers and make it a daily, Christmas daily. The owls here. This is just blank because I want to leave, you know, if you want to put Christmas pictures in afterwards. After Christmas, you got pictures. Love this little girl. And some of these were sewn around. Can't remember if I did this or if Austin did it. I think he did this one. And then the animals. Like I said, a lot of this are scrap, so I think that's a scrap. Save them because you just never know. And I save them by category, like farm, Christmas, Victorian, and this, I ordered some, I think they're like 12 by 13 inch plastic bags off Amazon. And I just save stuff in there. And then this is an old Christmas card. It's blank totally blank on the inside, so you can do whatever you want with it. Put pictures in it. And there's one of those clips, and it's an angel. I don't know if you can see that. Little angel. There's a little angel in here. A little tag in here. I used to ice skate all the time, you know, growing up. Well, I was 8, almost 9, in Alaska. We had a pond right down the street from our house, and we used to go ice skating all the time, and we'd have night skates where the community would come out, and we'd string lights up around the lake, and it would be so much fun. That was one of my favorite memories, you know, doing that. And here's another little pocket. It's got a couple little goodies in there. So, and this is a card, a little town of Bethlehem. And here we go. And this is a piece of paper. You can write on this. So it opens up pretty good. I like the purple paper. And that came from Austin too. And it's got the snowman on one side and Santa on the other. And this is from one of my Christmas master boards. So, gingerbread, there's a little tag. Holly berries. And there's a little tuck, well, I call it a tuck spot because it's not really a belly band because it's not quite long enough, I don't think. And here's a little deer sewn around with the kitten. And this is clipped on. There's little gingerbread people. So you've got writing room. There's the blue jays on this side. And then there's a robin on this side. There's the paper. And this cute little guy. I'm not sure where he's going. It looks like he's got a plan. So, I'm not sure what he's up to. Love the nutcracker. And I just got some holly berries in there. Come on, get in there. It's so wide, my hands can't get it right to get it to slide in, but it does. It does slide in, as long as I'm going straight. Okay, and that's the end of the first signature. This is, I believe this one is, oh, I had it written on a piece of paper. Now I don't know where the paper is. I thought I had stuck it in here, but I guess I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 11. 13. I believe there's 18. If you count the little ones, there's 20 pages. So it's got a lot. I can't think right now. My brain, I haven't hardly slept. My brain's just been befuddled. And so I appreciate your patience and your grace tonight. I need it. But I'll note that'll all be in the description. Okay, here we go. Second signature. And there's another one of those little fold downs with another angel tag behind it. She's pretty. She's so pretty. Come on, I know you fit in there. Okay, and a little belly band. I think that's so pretty. A little postcard. A pretty lady in her fuzzy little Christmas outfit. I love this one. I love this one. The angel holding the little baby with another Merry Christmas card in here. These look good too if you don't want to use them in the journal. Put them in a 6x4 frame. You don't have to buy one if you got a picture of one already. Just for Christmas, put it in there and you've got an instant little decoration for your counter. So that's really cool. And here's this with the Christmas Eve. There's that. Here's another one of those postcards. And I sewed around her. I know this is mine because I know I did that fancy stitch. And this is a double pocket. So you've got this opens up, folds out, so you can write in it. And then it's got another pocket space here. So you can put pictures in there, whatever. And then you've got this one, another Candy Christmas. You've got this, and a really pretty piece of vintage stationery. A friend of mine sent me a huge box. I think it was last year. think I got it last year. Might have been the year before. I lose track of time. You ever noted that? If any of you out there that, if you're retired or you've quit working or whatever, or you're not working, how quickly you lose track of time and what day it is. I asked my doctor, I said, do I have dementia? She said, no. She said, you're just getting old and people forget things. I'm like, well, thanks a lot. So, I'm still trying to figure out issues with my back. I had an MRI Thursday, which thank goodness, because I was so anxious about having an MRI. So anxious because 40 years ago, I had an MRI and it was a horrible experience. Freaked out in the machine. I was literally screaming so loud I couldn't hear myself scream by the time they got me out. And shaking so bad they had to hold me down so I didn't fall off the little thing. It was horrible. It was horrible. But they gave me some medicine. Whoa, man, that medicine, when it kicked in, they just put me back in there and it was done. But I remembered that. So I haven't ever had an MRI since. Well, thank God I haven't had to. But for my back, my doctor wanted one. So he says, I can't go any further without doing an MRI because I had a CAT scan, but it doesn't do soft tissue. So he goes, we've tried different procedures. They haven't worked. He says, I've got to know really what's going on. So I said, okay, I'll do it. Well, I found a place. It's called a wide bore MRI machine. It's way bigger around on the inside than these other ones, the old ones. And I like the bird's Christmas tree, and they're in the tree here. I love that. Love this little fireplace and the Santa, the old. It says God tool. It's in another language, so I don't really know what it says. I'm sure it's not bad because it's Santa Claus. So, but anyhow, this MRI machine, they were the nicest people in there. Oh my gosh, so nice. I gave them big props and wrote a note to their boss and all kinds of stuff because they were so nice. And it was a great experience. This machine was huge, so you didn't feel like you were in that little tiny little cylinder thing. Before it felt like it was in a bomb that was about to explode. But this was huge, so it was wonderful. It was, earphones, music, and they didn't do that back in the olden days. Give you headphones or anything like that. So I had music, and they had told me it would be 45 minutes. When I got there, the guy says, I don't know what they're talking about. It's only going to take 20 minutes. And he kept checking on me, and he was so funny. He was hilarious. So shout out to Mike. And those of you that know me or have seen me or have seen old pictures of me or whatever, I have pink hair. And when I come out of the machine, I was sitting on the edge of it because I needed help getting off because of my back. I need help getting off the little, oh, isn't that cute? The little table that they have you sitting on. So he's picking me up and I'm sitting on the table. He goes, I do need to tell you something. And he was like so serious. And this whole time he'd been joking. And he was like really serious. And I'm like, okay. He goes, there could be some atomic kind of side effects to an MRI. And now I'm like, ooh, no. You're telling me this now after we're done? And I'm just looking at him. My eyes, I know, were probably that big around. And I'm like, I'm waiting for the bomb to drop. He goes, yeah, it's been known to make people's hair pinker. I'm sorry. I busted out. He's cracking up. I'm cracking up. I'm like, I cannot believe you just did that to me. He goes, I couldn't resist it. I just couldn't resist it. Oh my God, he was hilarious. Yeah. But he made it a good experience. You know what I mean? When people are like that, when you go to the doctor, they're not all, what's your name, what's your number, blah, 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 all serious, and there's like no interaction. It feels cold. I had fun having that MRI. So now I'm not afraid to have an MRI ever again, which was another good thing, just in case, you know. So I finally got it done. My doctor's been after me forever. I actually went last month to go get one, and I'm not a tiny person. I'm not going to give you my weight, but I'm a big girl, but I'm not huge, but I'm big. I'm fluffy, so to speak. And my doctor had an appointment to get me an MRI, and I finally got the nerve up, took some medicine before I went. The doctor had given me, and isn't that pretty? I colored him in. That's a stamp I have. Christmas story. So I went in there, and I walk into the room, and there's this little machine, and I'm looking at it, and between the top of the MRI and the table where you lay, y'all, it was probably only this wide. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, of course it was like this, because the whole side of it was open. And I'm like, there's no way. I'm looking at this lady going, there's no way I'm going to fit in this. You understand that? And she looks at me, she goes, well, this is what we call a mini MRI machine. And she goes, and it takes about twice as long to do an MRI as a regular machine. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, I can't get in that thing. I was so embarrassed. I'm going to say something to my doctor, because that was his other office. I'm like, he knows me. Why didn't he tell me that? So we're going to have some words. This Southern girl's going to be dropping some Southern words on him. I'm like, dude, man, what were you thinking? So I went to this other place, and it ended up being a better experience anyhow. So it all worked out. But all I was really thinking too, that whole thing, was my daughter and what she was going through with her doggy. So we got this back here. And I love this with the Santa on the half moon, and the Santa here. And then there's a little card in there. This, and then this kind of, when I made it bigger, it got kind of fuzzy, but you know, that's okay. And then I got the bird here, and then there's the back page. I need to sign it. I need to sign this, so I'll probably sign it right here. Sign all your journals. If you're a journal maker, if you make them, always sign your work. Always sign your work, especially if you're selling them. So this is my pink Christmas journal. Like I said, this I will be listing this probably I'm pretty busy this weekend, so it won't be this weekend. Next week. I'm going to go ahead and put the video up though. But I have the hardest time tying stuff. It's a left-handed thing, I think. Oh, it was so much prettier the first time I did it. I'll just redo it. So this will have all the information, and this is my pink Christmas journal. Oh, I wanted to show you some of those pages. Now this is just part of them from this fantasy Christmas tree. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? It was this new lady I found on Etsy. And I just fell in love with these pictures and the colors and just the whole, it's just magical to me. So there's that one. There's that. And they're all Christmas trees. But she has another one that's real similar, the same kind of effect. that's snowmen. So I'm going to do another one with the snowmen. And I just used, these are Artie Mae's on the back from one of her Christmas digital kits where she did background papers. So I always just print them on the back so I don't end up with the white backs. And then I cut them out. Look at these. Aren't they just gorgeous? Aren't they just gorgeous? Look at that. I don't know if these are jelly prints and then she prints on them or draws on them, or if she even did it. I'm not sure if she did these. And they have a very oil painting effect to them, like the lines in them and stuff. Oh, I have to redo. I don't know what happened there. Oh well, I'll just have to print me out another one. I'm gonna pull that one out so I don't forget. But I just fell in love with it. Look at these, and they're all different. They're all different. Oh God, there's another one. What is going on with my printer? I know it was running out of ink at one point. I love that. I love the stars. I'm a star freak. I love stars. But, and the fact that the trees are different colors. That, isn't that pretty? Isn't that just gorgeous? And there's the white ones with the music, the stars. This one, I don't know, they kind of look like hats to me, but they're all Christmas trees. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to do another page of this and cut these out, like individually. Like I'll do a tree here to use as an ephemera. And then you got this one. So pretty. And that one. And there's more. There's more that I didn't even print out because there's so many to the whole kit. And then there's ephemera that she has that goes with it. And, ATC cards and things like that. So, and her name is, I'll have it in the, it's either, I'm not sure how to say it. It's either Boykin or Bonkin Designs, something like that. But you go in there, she has so many different kits for different things, and they are just stunning and way different than anything I've seen. And I've been doing this for years. Never seen anything like what I've seen in hers. So anyhow, I'll list that too. So I wanted to show you those. I gotta fix those 2 pages, that's for sure. And this is my Christmas journal #1. Don't know how many I'll get made. I do have the Christmas tree one coming up. And I will probably, I might do the snowman right after, because I know I can share the ephemera between the two of them, because they have similar looks. But I'm definitely going to do a ring binder Christmas farm journal. I have tons of Christmas farm stuff because I just love them. I might even do a couple, who knows, depending on what I can get done. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for letting me pour my heart out to you. I love this community. Leave a comment if you want. I appreciate that a lot. And just thank you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new to this, again, my name's Carolsiddall, and I'm a bit of a squirrel kind of person. It's my personality, and thank you, Jesus. There's really nothing I can do about it, but it's okay. It's all good. So I just want to say thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody, and peace out. Love you guys. Bye.